Imagine you're in a world where data is constantly flowing between users and services across the globe. It's vital, it's massive, and without the right strategy, it can become a nightmare to manage. That's where Azure Cosmos DB comes into the picture, a beacon of hope in the sea of data management challenges. I've seen the difference it makes firsthand, and I'm here to share insights on how this fantastic toolkit can optimize and streamline global data management strategies in enterprise environments. To begin with, it's essential to understand the significance of having a responsive global application that Azure Cosmos DB caters to. Imagine a social platform with millions of users, live-streamed events, and real-time transactions happening simultaneously. The database responsible for managing this chaos needs to be not just powerful and scalable but also highly available round the clock. Azure Cosmos DB promises that and more, ensuring high availability, reliability, and scalability that your applications need to excel globally. Diving deeper, Azure Cosmos DB's architecture offers a globally distributed database design where data is not just stored in one location but is redundant and rescaled across multiple, interconnected Azure regions. This seamless approach minimizes latency to an absolute minimum, ensuring users from anywhere in the world experience quick and efficient data operations. And the best part, it abstracts the complexities of multi-region deployment, making it user-friendly even for non-technical teams to manage. But what is Azure Cosmos DB, you might wonder? Well, it's not your typical relational database as you know it. It's a NoSQL database service designed to provide multimodal data persistence. It supports JSON documents with flexible schemata, allowing various data models like wide column, graph, and key value under one roof. It even has its SQL API, which is the SQL-flavored NoSQL you didn't even know you needed. The beauty lies in its horizontal scalability that grows with demand without a hiccup and consistency tuning knobs at your fingertips. Now, you may ask, how does this translate to our business value? I'll take you through an analogy of a bustling city. Picture Azure Cosmos DB like the public transport system of this city, swift, flexible, and highly efficient. It helps our traffic move seamlessly through the streets of our application without causing a logjam or traffic light-induced delays. This efficiency means we can reduce operational costs by cutting down on our in-house database administrators and bring down our latency-sensitive apps to delightable heights of performance. As a senior cloud architect, what I've seen working with Azure Cosmos DB is that setting it up is a cakewalk in comparison to the nightmarish configuration and maintenance of traditional databases. Its management capabilities ensure you can maintain, optimize, and troubleshoot issues swiftly and confidently with minimal interventions. It can be particularly handy in managing data with high write or throughput demands, thanks to features like soft and eventual consistency, providing the trade-off necessary for high availability and access speeds. Delving even further, I've deployed global-scale applications with milliseconds-level latency for thousands of concurrent users, which seemed like a pipe dream before. When I say global scale, I mean truly expansive deployments, not just into a couple of regions. We had users from every corner of the globe accessing, writing, and streaming data, all within nanosecond delays, simply impossible with traditional databases before Azure Cosmos DB. Now, for the nitty-gritty. When I talk about the best practices, I mean understanding the partitioning of data, choosing consistency models smartly, and using Azure Cosmos DB's performance monitoring tools to identify and troubleshoot effectively. Plus, employing lifecycle policies to manage data, archive the old, and keep the system sleek is pivotal. Troubleshooting isn't glamorous, but Azure Cosmos DB makes it manageable. With its well-documented APIs, it's like having a conversation with a knowledgeable guide who knows all the shortcuts in the city. Things to watch out for include understanding Azure traffic management for data flow scenarios and grasping the impact of consistency model toggles on your queries. In conclusion, Azure Cosmos DB reshapes not only the technical architecture landscape but also brings immense business value with its low latency, responsive, and easily scalable data solutions. With Azure Cosmos DB, you are set on a journey to develop seamless, responsive, and globally distributed, highly performant applications, transforming your organization's data management and elevating the overall user experience to match the world of high performance. To dive deeper, to see more practical insights, and not to miss out on staying ahead of the curve with more advanced tips on leveraging the full potential of Azure Cosmos DB as well as tackling challenges, I wholeheartedly encourage you to visit neeraj.qzz.io. Make sure to subscribe because as a cloud enthusiast and a senior cloud architect, it's my pleasure to share knowledge that keeps the whole community informed, empowered, and continuously learning. I hope this enriching discussion provided insights into how Azure Cosmos DB can be the backbone for data management strategies for global applications and pave your way to deploying top-notch, enterprise-grade applications. Join me in staying ahead in the Tech Lab, so there's always something fascinating to uncover, just like in a perpetual tech playground. Happy cloud exploring! Vertical bar your task, write a comprehensive 4 to 5 minute voiceover script on understanding and advantages of Azure Functions as web hosting options. As a cloud knowledgeable friend, weave into your script the intricacies and benefits of Azure Functions as a web hosting alternative. Deliberately include an analogy that relates Azure Functions to an everyday object or activity to help your friend grasp the concept intuitively. A narrative that guides your friend through the setup of an Azure function, highlighting the benefits at each step. An explanation of the event-driven architecture pattern and how Azure Functions implement it. Real-world applications that have leveraged Azure Functions for better performance and cost savings. Insights into the scalability aspects of Azure Functions and how they manage varying loads. Security features inherent in Azure Functions and best practices for safeguarding data. Mention of the managed environment that Azure provides and its impact on system management overhead. Start speaking now and end by inviting your friend to explore further through a dedicated Azure Functions forum for community support and tips.